So it's been a while. It's been like 4 months since I've posted a video. I was busy with exam, then I wasted a month bed rotting. Just woke up. It's like what 10 a.m. right? It's the second day of July, and as you can see, my bed behind me. And if you have watched my previous videos, you can probably tell that the background is different because this is my room. The other room, it wasn't my room. Yeah, I'm not going to explain it further. My hair is a bit longer if you compare to our previous videos. So what's the point of just rambling on and posting and whatnot? It's because I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me for a while, right? In my 19 years of life, I've never really fit in a group. I know it sounds cliche and all. It sounds like really it sounds like I'm trying to gain attention or whatnot, but I've legitimately never really fit in with any groups. I've never been athletic, nor I've been really confident or anything. As you can see with the enemy poster behind me, like they give you a picture of how I've been as a child, right? So college just ended. If you don't know college for us, it's like 2 years after 11th grade, so 12th and 13th grade basically. And this was the first time where I really had exposure to different types of groups and different types of people because I spent the first 12, what, 15 or 14 or whatever years they are, years of my life in an all boys school. So all of my experiences were based on colleagues of boys, and if you ever gone to boys schools, you just know that the colleagues that those schools have are very different from normal high schools or normal co-education institutions. Like for example, in our boys schools, we had the athletic kids, the nerds, um, uh, the drama theater kids or whatever you want to call them. Like basically the guys who are on stage all the time, and the chess kids and the weird atheist kids. We had all that. But here in college, I had exposure to a lot of groups. I became friends with some goths. I became friends with some musicians. I became friends with some liberals. I became friends with some very far right people. I became friends with some bodybuilders, and I became friends with some fat people. So yeah, a lot of diversity around the borders. And one thing I really noticed is that people really fake their personalities, or people really fake how they want to be perceived by the world. If you don't get what I mean by that, wait a second. Yeah. So coming back to what I was saying. Let's take the goths for example. And if you have been on Instagram for a while, for the last year or so, you notice that there are a lot of there's a sort of fetishized how do you say that fetishized basically god girls have been in demand, and I don't know how so many goth girls have sprung up. Like the popularity of goth girls has exploded in the past 2 years or so, and I was just wondering, like, where are all of these goths coming from? Like, if you see the goths on Instagram or on social media in general, they are all dressed up really funny. They're dressed up in dresses and weird makeups and weird tattoos and all of that. So that's what we were wondering, like, why are these people doing that, and how did they become popular all of a sudden? So when I was in college, I was friends with one of these goths, right? And she was she was your usual goth, like wearing band t-shirts, eyeliner, and listening to punk bands or whatever, emo bands, like My Chemical Romance and all of that. And at first glance you think that hey, this is what a goth person looks like, and you won't be. I won't say that you're wrong because that's what you've been seeing all over the internet, and that's what I thought as well. That hey, okay, this person is a goth and whatnot, but after we became friends, I also became friends with some of her other friends, some people who knew her for the last 10 years or so, and one of the guys told me that even last year she wasn't like that, and that she was a normal girl, dressed normally, listened to normal music, and you must be thinking that where am I going with this? My point is that there is a very very huge chance that she wasn't she didn't even believe in the beliefs of the real God. So I don't know how to explain it, but in my opinion, she was a poser, as metalheads call it. Um, how do you go from being a normal person to, I don't know, wearing full-on makeup in class during classes in a span of a year? That kind of bothers me. And I spoke about this with her, and she said that it's an aesthetic. And this term, I never really got this term because I don't know what an aesthetic is. Because if you can see me, I don't really care about my experience, about my parents. I'm wearing this old T-shirt. I'm wearing these these glasses I got from some hoodie bag or something. My hair is all over the place, and you can see my pant. I don't really care about that kind of thing, so I never got it. But as I've been around more people, I've noticed that people really care about how they want how they want you to perceive them. I've been beating around the bush for like 10 minutes now, but my point is that why do people do that? I don't really understand it. I really need a perspective on why people do that. Like for example, if we take that my classmate into consideration, like there's a really big possibility that she didn't even know how gods came into being or what they believe in or whatnot. She just liked that how they looked, or she just wanted to be perceived as rebellious or cool or whatnot. And this kind of gave me a new perspective. Like for example, I'm this 90 normal plain looking 19-year-old, and for example, and what if I took steroids or whatever, busted my ass in the gym for like 2 years, and then I basically faked being a frat bro or whatever those people are called. You know, the life of the party types. And assuming that I go to university and basically change my environment, would the people there who have only seen that hypothetical side of me perceive me as that, or would they think of me as I am right now, this nerdy kid? That really, that really amuses me. And secondly, I don't really understand how you can act a certain way and not believe in those ideologies. For example, if I'm wearing, notice this as well. People are wearing crosses and they're not even Christians. They don't even believe in God or whatever. And that just seems hypocritical to me. Like going back to that God example. Um, what if the girl was like a normal 18, 19-year-old girl behind those clothes and behind those chains and whatever? What if what if she herself didn't find it cool but just dressed a certain way to appear cool? I know I'm dragging this too long, but please bear with me. Going back to my gym analogy, I don't know if you've noticed, but the gym scene has exploded over the internet for the past 4 or 5 years or so, post-COVID. And I've noticed that a lot of people who had no personalities or no sense of belonging, they just stuck to the gym bro culture, and they went to the gym, and now their entire lives revolve around the gym. Like I was on a trip with some friends and their mutuals recently, and there was some guys like that, and they have no personality, they have no real interest. They listen to the trending songs, they watch the trending series or whatever trending basically, And if you talk to them about their future goals or what they believe in or whatnot, they'll all be like, oh, I'm a I'm I'm a gym bro, gym is life or whatever. And I'm not saying that gym's bad. Like caring about your physical health is very good, being strong is very good. But if you, if the gym is your entire personality, I think it's kind of weird. Like if you're like we were eating and one guy was like, oh, my protein intake this and that, and I was just like, and I just thought that why are you ruining this for everyone? Why can't you be normal? And yeah, my point is that they are also faking, trying to. I think the gym is like a sense of belonging for them. It's like a place where they. It's like I think the community also helps because in my experience, the gym community is super positive, and there are toxic people and toxic com- sub communities there. But if you avoid them, you can have a good time. And I think the sense of belonging the gym can give you because everyone's doing it, the community is pretty strong. So I think most people do it because of that. They like the sense of community. But I don't think that you can fake an identity, and I think in like in the next 2 or 3 years this will die down. It's similar to that. Like I don't know if you guys were into that, but in 2021, 2022, when Tate exploded in popularity, everyone was talking about him, and everyone was like, "Oh, he'll escape the Matrix and whatnot." And now no one really cares about him, and people call you corny if you talk about Tate and whatever, and it's corny. Like if you're talking about escaping the Matrix in 2025, then there's something wrong with you. Please be an adult or be a responsible teenager if you're that. Lastly, I just want to conclude with Syndrome's quote from The Incredibles: "If everyone's special, no one really. If everyone's incredible, no one really." I don't remember the quote. I butchered it. But yeah, that was my take on personality and how we fake them to fit in. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't like the video, dislike it. Completely fine. But what I need is input, feedback. I know I'm not the best talker right now, but I think I'll improve. English is my second language, so that's a factor as well. Plus, I don't really have experience with talking to the camera. So yeah, bye bye.